Good evening and welcome to Young Sportsplex. The soccer postseason begins today for OCAA Women's Soccer. Game C underway in just about 15 minutes time between the Western number 2 seed Niagara Knights taking on the Eastern number 17 Lakehead Orillia Thunderwolves. The winner taking on the Humberhawks this Saturday. Alex Van Hack and MJ Graham on the call. We'd like to thank our sponsors of the Niagara College Women's Soccer Program, Skipper Choices, AC Technical Systems, Chun Deep Bow, Real Estate Broker, Quick Herb Joe, CanCom Security. We'll take a look at what happened here last Saturday afternoon when the Lions took their trip here to Niagara, as Tessa Varmeyer tying history coming into the day, 1 goal away from tying Sydney Seeker's record of 12 goals for a single season. She deposited number 12 right here, and the offense certainly did not slow down as Mariana Orozco capitalizing on goal number 3 on her season. And she said 1 goal is just not going to do it. She decided in the 34th minute to get her second of the game, goal number 4 on the season for the 3-0 lead. Varmeyer breaking history, her 14th goal of the season for the Knights. Jubilation amongst her and her teammates that go over and give Sierra Workington a big hug on the sideline. A huge goal for her and the Knights as she'd continue to break her record, get goal number 14 on this play in the 65th minute for the hat trick. A great ball there for Molly Devereaux, who had a great game here today. We'll take a look at what she did. Gets taken down. She is on the penalty kick here. Deposits her first career goal in the OCAA. It's great for Molly to see that because she hasn't scored all year. And she'd do it again right here in the box. She'd get the ball from Bogasat and deposit goal number 2. And Tessa Varmeyer honored post-game on her historic achievement. We'll see how she got to that historic 14 goals. On the ground as there's a break here for Varmeyer, and she'll open up the scoring here. Tessa Varmeyer 2 minutes in to their season.
Tessa Vermeer right on goal, scores! Niagara, Tessa Vermeer does a little pose, stretches the crowd, 1-0 Niagara leads.
Here's a chance for Varmeyer. Varmeyer breaking in, getting past the keeper, she'll shoot and score! Tessa Varmeyer with goal number 5 on the early season. Right now as Varmeyer's got a chance for number 2 on the day. Tessa Varmeyer. There's number 2 for Tessa Varmeyer.
In on Morales. Varmeyer shoots and she will score. And coming back in on Morales. She goes out the challenge, and that is going to be in.
Varmeyer. Oh my goodness.
Varmeyer will shoot and score. Here's a chance here for Tessa Varmeyer looking for goal number 12. Tessa will shoot and score. Tessa Varmeyer now joining Sydney Sika as the single season goal leader. Here's Goebbels. Goebbels in for Varmeyer. Varmeyer, she'll shoot and score. History for Tessa Varmeyer, breaking the single season total in goals. A historic goal, a historic season, and a historic player. Chance here for Varmeyer, looking for the hat trick. She'll shoot and score. Number 14 for Tessa Varmeyer. What a ride it's been for Tessa Varmeyer, helping lead this team to the second best record in the Western Conference, you can see there on your screen, 7-0-3 record, losing the tiebreaker to St. Clair in goals for. But Tessa Varmeyer this year, absolutely unbelievable. She's got a chance at MVP.
Definitely. No questions asked.
Second most goals in the OCAA, and this is coming in the Western Division, which is a lower scoring division compared to the Eastern Conference, where there's teams with over 50 goals for. When you look at Niagara, they're at 23 goals for. Double Niagara, and they have the second best offense in this Western Division.
Yeah, and let's not forget as well, the Knights have the lowest goals against for the season.
In the Western Division, yes, they do. And you look there at Sarah Hayes. She's starting in net here today. I know pre-game I wasn't sure who was going to get the start, because we saw Broussard earlier on this season get some starts. She started 4 games this year. Obviously, Sarah Hayes has the track record, but you can see on her jersey, she's got the orange penny. Funny enough, both of these teams' goalie jerseys are pink. So Niagara, as the home team, ironically, has to wear a penny for their keeper this game. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, it's the first of the season for sure.
There's a look at Coach Lalama instructing his team. Last season, in the postseason, it was a 1-and-out for this Knights team against Humbert. It was a tough loss. You went to the 120th minute, and it was a mistake by Sarah Hayes that cost them their season. Not really a chance for them to tie it up, as it was in the 120th minute. Set to go to penalty kicks, and that happened. And later on that season, Humbert would win second in the OCAA championship. So you have to think, if you could have won that game, what could have been?
Yeah, there's a reason why we play the regular season.
Last year it was East versus East and West versus West in the first round. This year it's different. Obviously, Lakehead, Orillia in the Eastern Conference, Niagara in the West. Similar to what we saw in basketball and volleyball last year, where last year in volleyball, again, different sport, we saw a ton of upsets, especially when it went from West to East. That's where we saw a ton of upsets, where the lower Western seed went to go play the higher Eastern seed here today. And you'd have to think that it would be advantage Niagara in this switch per se.
Yeah. One would hope that their seeding counts.
And we'll take a look at Lakehead. They're 3-6-1 on the season, which is good for 7th in the Eastern Division, which you think, okay, it's the 7th seed. You should be able to take care of business. But this season, they've played better than the record of show. They've scored 7 goals, albeit not great, 8th, and they've only allowed 16 goals all season, which is 4th in the Eastern Division. You got to remember, the Eastern Division is a much higher scoring division than what we have here in the West. Niagara only allowed 4 goals, and it was the best record. That's just an unheard of statistic. And their goal differential, -9, was 5th best. So Niagara, at times, they've played some teams that have, maybe been teams that you should beat, and they fell behind the 8 ball, like the Mohawk game and the Fanshawe game. Those were 2 games that, let's be honest, the Knights should have won.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. You look at the record, those are games Niagara should have won. You can forgive one of the 2 because, Mohawk, rivalry game. You forgive one of the 2, and you're still at the number 1 seed. You host the Nationals as...
For both of them, they're both grind-out games. The offense never really clicked in either of them.
And, that happens. Sometimes you have a game where you can't get your offense going. But a team that's good defensively like Lakehead, 4th in that Eastern Division, if they can get to Tessa Varmeyer and take her out of the game, which we've seen at times, this could be a much closer game than what we think being a 2 versus 7 matchup.
Yeah, and that's why it was really important last game to get some other players involved in the offense, because Tessa's been more than, I think, 2/3 of the offense for the Knights all season.
Tessa with 14 of the team's 23 goals all season. We got a pair from Mariana Orozco and a pair from Molly Devereaux, who before last Saturday's game, hadn't scored in 2 years. But I don't care what anyone says, that does not show how good of a player Molly Devereaux is. She's so good with her positioning to get the ball off of players and protecting the ball herself. A very, very smart player, and it was great to see her awarded with 6 points on the day, because she's the smallest girl on the field, but
She's a tough customer.
yeah, she's got the biggest heart amongst any of these players on the team. We'll take a look at the starting lineup here today. Sarah Haste, Molly Devereaux, Hannah Truant, Sienna and Serena Tormoreno, Tessa Varmeyer, Anisha Goebel, Sarah Walsh, Holly Bogaset, Mariana Orozco. And one thing that I noticed, which is surprising to me, Grace Gray is not dressed here today. She was in the starting lineup against Lambton and had a great game,
Yeah.
but not in the lineup here today as we're getting set for O Canada. Both teams lining up near the opposing scorers table.
And Coach Lalama last game against Lambton played most of the starters for most of the game.
That's right, and you look at the men's side of the thing, granted, that game didn't mean anything standings-wise. Coach DeChalis rested some of his guys, who had 2 yellow cards, and Niagara with Tessa Varmeyer, who had, granted, she was trying to break history, but Tessa Varmeyer still had 2 yellows, and if she got another one, she'd be suspended for this game. And that would make life a whole lot more difficult if you didn't have Tessa Varmeyer going into this playoff game here today. And to the point of Tessa Varmeyer, last year she dealt with injuries. She scored 1 goal.
Yeah, totally. Seemingly a totally different person.
Well, new hair color. Last year she was blonde, but
Well, there you go. We should all change your hair to black if it's that successful.
last year, if you told me at the start of the season Tessa Varmeyer would have 14 goals, I would have thought you were crazy. But she's so naturally talented with her speed and her size, and obviously she's talented, but she's gifted as well with her speed and size. It's hard for teams to stop her, and it's hard for teams to stop her at her size and with her speed, because she's one of, if not the tallest girl on this Knights team.
Yeah. Statistically, that's a 1,400% increase, which is, I would say, statistically significant.
We'll send it down field level for O Canada.
Introducing the lineup for the visiting Orillia Thunderwolves, we have number 1, AJ Seddon, number 3, Olivia Abel, number 5, Tinaya Lewis, number 7, Drizania Colin, number 8, Hannah Saplecki, number 10, Francesca Mignon, number 14, Anna Toomey, number 15, Paige Galbraith, number 17, Jocelyn Milani, number 25, Monica Souza, and number 27, Abby Welsh. The head coach for the Thunderwolves is Brody Brown. And now, everyone, put your hands together. It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Niagara Knights. Number 1, Sarah Haste. Number 4, Molly Devereaux. Number 7, Hannah Truant. Number 10, Sienna Tormoreno. Number 11, Serena Tormoreno. Number 12, Savannah Speck. Number 16, Tessa Varmeyer. Number 17, Anisha Gobles. Number 19, Sarah Walsh. Number 20, Holly Bogisat. And number 21, Mariana Orozco. The head coach for your Knights is Raul Lama. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. event entitles you to enjoy athletics in an educational setting. We ask that you please show your sportsmanship by positively encouraging the student athletes, respecting the decision of the coaches and officials, and be considerate of other spectators.
Oh, Canada and the starting lineups wrapping up. Both teams going to the circle for the coin toss as co-captains Toro Moreno and Goebbels. Two teams coming in, both wanting to play against Humber on Saturday. If Niagara were to win, they'd host Humber on Saturday. And if Lakehead Orillia, they'd make the trip to go take on Humber. As we'll take a look at the starting lineups for the Thunderwolves. AJ Seddon, Olivia LaBelle, Tiana Lewis, Drzana Cologne, Hannah Sipensky, Francesca Minogue, Anna Toomey, Paige Galbraith, Jocelyn Mani, Monica Sousa, and Abby Welch. And for your Knights, the usual suspects: Sarah Haste, Molly Devereaux, Hannah Truant, Sienna and Sierra, Toro Moreno, Tessa Varmeyer, Anisha Goebbels, Sarah Walsh, Holly Bogaset, and Mariana Orozco. And we talked about the 2 versus 7, MJ, but as soon as we start, both teams with a 0-0 record coming into this postseason matchup.
The sun is setting both on the field in one of these teams' seasons.
As Sarah Walsh fires up her troops, just moments away on this one beginning. And an interesting thing, MJ, for Lakehead, only 4 players, available from their bench.
That's a small bench. Or a very confident coach in his starters.
Niagara, on the other hand, with 1.
Also, it should be noted for Lakehead, one of those bench players is a goalie, so really it's just 3.
Niagara with 5 players available off the bench, excluding Isabella Broussard. As there's a look at your single season leader in goals, Tessa Varmeyer. Ball in the open space, Sarah Walsh, it'll trickle out. And MJ, we discussed earlier, I wasn't sure if it would be Isabella Broussard or Sarah Haste starting here today. They go to the experienced Sarah Haste here today.
Yeah, the Knights have been goaltending by committee, and successfully so. Isabella Broussard has also had some great games on top of Sarah Haste. And one thing to keep an eye out for is in many games, when the Knights get going, they get going early. So we'll see if this is the case with today's game.
Here's Toro Moreno. Niagara with pressure early on in this first minute. Coach Delama telling his troops to get into the box. You can have a look there of AJ Seddon. She's in that pink jersey. Both of these two teams' keeper jerseys are pink. So Sarah Haste on the other side of the field with an orange penny on.
Not a habitual occurrence.
Orozco in pursuit. It's Goebbels up for Varmeyer. Varmeyer, she'll shoot. Goebbels shooting After Seddon can control that ball, it'll trickle out.
If you're Lakehead, you want to try and contain as best you can Varmeyer.
Varmeyer so deadly off the rush. But Niagara so far here is having possession inside Lakehead territories. This one's centered and batted down by the keeper Seddon. Tormarino looking for Walsh. It'll trickle in the box as Devereaux will shoot that one high, looking to stay hot. Had 6 points against Lambton here on Saturday. Lewis will send to midfield, and it's sent over for Sousa. Sousa pressured by Savannah, and there's a look at Sarah Hayes in that orange penny.
Lakehead making a brief appearance in the Knights' end before quickly exiting.
An important thing for this Knights team is they're going to want to set the tone. If you're Orillia, you don't want to play a back and forth game with this Knights team because you're certainly going to be behind the 8 ball. Tessa Varmeyer with 2 times as many goals as this whole Lakehead roster. But if you can play more of a possession-based game, you'd have to think that's more in the Thunderwolves' favor.
In the early minutes of this game, Lakehead is not, I'm going to say, playing to what they want.
Niagara with the vast majority of the pressure as it's picked up by Walsh. Tormarino and Devereaux can't complete that pass. It's picked up by the Thunderwolves. Walsh going crossfield here for Devereaux. And Devereaux looking for Goebbels. It'll be kept in by Minogi and eventually make its way out. Monica Sousa, the leading goal scorer, number 25 for this Lakehead's team. She's had 4 goals in this season.
One rarity this evening is there's no real wind.
Spec coming in there. Sorry, MJ.
Yeah, oftentimes at Young's Field, it's there's a lot of crosswind, but tonight it's pretty calm, so nobody's gonna have to really deal with that as a factor.
Currently 13 degrees, feeling like 10 gusts up to 22 kilometers an hour. None here so far. Goebbels will center. Looked like she was trying to find a Roscoe. As Tormarino will give it back for her sister. Walsh. Tormarino will shoot, and it's blocked by Lewis. Orozco able to keep this ball. Walsh will shoot. Bouncing around, Varmar with a chance, and it's Lewis as the acting keeper there momentarily to clear that ball out. It'll be a corner for the Knights.
If you're Lakehead, you really want to see a counter push at some point.
Orozco with a chance off the center. It's Tor Moreno. And picked up by Varmar. She'll shoot off of her heel.
I don't think she had all of that one.
As Tor Moreno trying to get through some blue jerseys. And it'll make its way over for Sousa. Minogue. Niagara electing to slow things down here over for Savannah Speck. Sensational first-year product from Eden High School. Here over to Minogue. Minogue. And a collision there with Serena Tormoreno. She'll look to be okay as Haste will step up here and pick it up inside the box. Sarah Haste not too busy throughout these first nearly 9 minutes as she'll look for Tessa near midfield.
The Lakehead offensive pushes are lasting for seconds at most.
As Orozco applying pressure, she'll shoot, and it'll go wide. Orozco applying pressure on the keeper, Seddon, looking to stay hot as she picked up a pair against Lampton. The men set to take on the Durham Lords in Durham at 8 o'clock.
Devereaux fighting for it.
Devereaux right in the thick of it as we approach the 10th minute of this match here so far. Niagara certainly dominating the possession game. LaBella on that sideline, pressured by Hannah Truin. It'll stay with Lakehead for now. Tor Moreno taking off that ball, almost had a chance to run. As it's given away to Goebbels. Goebbels pressured by Minogue. It'll go out of play.
No turn! Well done.
Orozco looking for Truant. Not on the same page. It'll be picked up by Minogue. Welch really giving away, but Maloney will possess with pressure from Tormoreno. Picked up by Orozco. Chance here for Orozco. As Brody Brown with some instructions for his troop. There's a look at Sienna Tormoreno, the OCAA All-Star from last season. Savannah leaving it there for Anisha Goebbels. Goebbels not on the same page there with Tessa. Chance here looking for the striker, Sousa, but it's picked up by Devereaux on the sidelines. Sienna Tormoreno last season second team OCAA All-Star and the Western Rookie of the Year. A sensational season, 3 goals and 2 points in 2024. A little bit of a step back offensively, 1 last goal. But this year, feels like her game has become more well-rounded. Not to say that it ever wasn't, but
Skills on top of skills.
Tormoreno this year serving as a co-captain.
That ball, ooh, maybe not. Yeah, I was gonna say that looked out.
Hey, Nick, the sun got me there. Over there.
The official saying the sun got in his eyes, but nonetheless the right call. Here's Molly, had 6 points on Saturday.
Lakehead still yet to spend any significant time in the night's end.
Orozco will get called for the foul on Siplaki. Sienna will get taken down. It'll get called.
Wait, don't go anywhere, 11. Go. Don't go anywhere, 10. Do you want a trainer? Do you want a trainer? No trainer, she's fine.
Sienna seems to be okay.
Taking a moment to gather herself.
You ready? Okay. Whenever you're ready, on my whistle.
As we'll resume play, it'll be passed up for Goebbels. Walsh looking to center, nearly there for Orozco, but it's picked up by the keeper set, and a good look for Mariana. Truman looking for Orozco, who's had the hot hand. Orozco, she'll shoot. It gets blocked.
Clears the fence.
It'll be a throw in here for these Knights, who really in this first half, granted 17 minutes in, haven't had much offensive chances.
Knights firmly in the driver's offensive seat.
100%. Controlled possession for most of the game as Tormarino will center. And Goebbels will shoot. And a nice stop for AJ Seddon. We talk about not a ton of chances for these Knights as they get their best of the game off of that corner. Tormarino centering right into the hands of AJ Seddon, who's been active all throughout these corner kicks. Goebbels over for Orozco. Orozco can't control that ball. Devereaux. Walsh on that far side. It'll get past and cleared. Partially blocked. It'll stay with the Knights. Bogasat picking this ball up, leaving it for Goebbels. Varmeyer. Varmeyer, she'll center. And it'll get picked up by Orozco. She'll shoot. And it's loose there for a second. It'll get cleared. Chance here for Walsh. Had a wide open cage. And she can't convert. We'll get our first substitution of this game. 19 minutes. And for Lakehead.
Coming in for Orillia, number 4, Orillia Wall.
Lakehead still without a shot on net, I believe.
Olivia Wall into the game for these Thunderwolves, as Goebbels will knock down that goal kick. Here's Devereaux. Devereaux with some nice moves, and it's picked back up by Tormarino. She'll shoot, and it's picked up by the keeper set, and Niagara continuing to press just past the 20-minute mark of this first half.
Field light should be coming on soon.
Sunset set for 6:33 p.m. Here's Walsh. Picking off that pass is Conlon. Devereaux with her hands on the striker, Sousa, as Bogasat is there to clear that ball. You don't want to see Sousa with a head of steam. Let this, granted, not very good Lakehead offense with 4 goals for out of their 7.
Whereas Tessa Varmar calls that most of just one game.
Welch will play this one back. It'll make its way for Minogue. A couple of white sweaters on her.
Knight's doing a great job of contesting every single time the Lakehead tries to make a push.
Niagara certainly applying a ton of pressure. The Thunder Wolves, whenever they've had the ball in their own territory, there's been at least one white jersey on a blue one. As here's Orozco. Orozco will give it over for Goebel. She'll shoot that one way wide. Didn't quite get enough on that ball. Devereaux with a good job to clear that ball out of play. It'll stay with Orillia, but Sousa did have a head of steam. Goebels with a good job of applying pressure, getting that ball, and Niagara looked to get something going the other way.
Muscling that one away.
Tormorino for Varmeyer. Looking for number 15. Varmeyer will center, and off the head of Olivia Wall, and out of, pardon me, so it'll stay in. It'll be played by Walsh into the box for Orozco. Orozco, she'll shoot and score.
There it is.
Mariana Orozco stays hot. Goal number 3 since Saturday. As she unknots this tie, it felt like it was a matter of time. And Mariana Orozco staying hot for this Knights team. We talked about, MJ, this team needing more depth scoring. If they can get Orozco going, that's going to do a lot for this team because we know what Tess is going to do. But if Mariana can be this secondary source of offense, it's going to help the Knights win here in this postseason.
If you're Lakehead, you got to be real concerned right now because if this nice offense picks up, this game could end real fast.
If you're this Lakehead team, if you can hold Niagara to just 1 goal, you have to think you have a chance because you have to remember, it's win or lose. You play the extra 30 minutes of extra time, and then you go to penalties. So if you're Lakehead, you say to that your sideline, okay, you hold them to 1 goal, you still have a chance in this game.
Yeah. The concern, though, for Lakehead is that, as we've discussed, all of the pressure has been by the Knights. And I still don't think they've really had any sustained pressure on the Knights.
Oh, 100%. Devereaux with a bit of confusion there on the striker Sousa. It'll be Devereaux taking that ball away, as we've seen so many times, but she'll give it away to Minogue. Minogue for the co-captain, Galbraith. And Savannah Speck getting that ball loose and sent to midfield.
Bit of a stumble there.
Varmeyer calling for it. She's not going to get the ball. Orozco had it, did have a couple of blue jerseys on her. Fans wanting this Knights offense to push after they scored their first goal of the game. Here's Sarah Walsh.
Can we go to the ball? We have to attack those crosses. Hey, we have to attack those crosses.
Coach Lama giving some words of encouragement.
Coach Lama been with this Knights team for a long time. Tor Moreno will shoot and score. I thought it went off the post and out, but it's Sienna Tor Moreno.
Off the post and in.
Off the post and in, thank you. Getting goal number 3 on her season. As we talked about, you can hold, if for Lakehead, if they can hold them to 1 goal, and now they're behind the 8 ball, down by 2 goals.
It's a bad sign for Lakehead.
In the 27th minute. And you got to remember, this Lakehead team in a very high-scoring Eastern Conference with only 7 goals on their season. The highest goals in that conference, 49 for Seneca, almost 5 goals a game. And you look in the West, it's St. Clair with 31.
5 goals a game feels like a different sport.
Niagara this year only averaging, and I say only, it's second in the conference, but 2.3 goals per game, 23 on their season.
And the real story there is that that's the average. When they get hot, they get real hot and put up a lot of offensive production.
We saw 7 goals, the touchdown and the extra point last Saturday.
Some miscommunication there by Lakehead.
Go Bulls. Able to get that ball loose momentarily, but it was funny. A few minutes ago, MJ, before Mariana's goal, it seemed like Lakehead was starting to get a little bit of offensive pressure going, and just bam, bam, 2 quick ones by the Knights. And for an offense that's really struggled, I don't want to say the game's out of reach because we're only in the 29th minute, but for a team that's scored 7 goals all year, it's going to be a challenge for them to come back in this game.
Definitely. Knights continuing from the last game as well. As you mentioned, scoring the touchdown last game. Their offense is still humming. Tessa Farmeyer hasn't even gotten a goal yet.
The most goals that this Lakehead team has scored is 3, and where they defeated Fleming 3-1. Fleming on the season 0-10, 3 goals for, 68 goals against. So kind of the equivalent of Lambton in this conference, as it's centered and picked up by AJ Seddon. But outside of that, they've only scored, their high, single game high for goals is just 1.
Trebling. Like you said, it's going to be a challenge.
Roscoe looking for Anisha Goebbels, who will defer for the single season leader in goals. Walsh will shoot as the lights turn on here at Young's. Orozco shooting and scoring. Orozco, 4 goals in her last 120 minutes. Pardon me, yes, 120 minutes. As it's 3-0 early on in this game. Orozco, a bit of a knuckleball on that goal, as Orozco, her offensive game from day 1 to here we are today, night and day.
Literally and metaphorically.
Part of that obviously has to do with Bogasat being in the starting lineup, because you have to remember, Mariana Orozco picked up 2 yellows in that game against Humber. She was starting in the back lines where Bogasat is. Bogasat comes in, I believe, against Sheridan in Orozco's place, and Bogasat plays amazing. So now they've moved Orozco up front, where she's still continuing her great play, but now she's getting on the offensive side of the board.
Yeah, putting some numbers up there.
Truant will center this ball, looking for the 4th goal of this first half for the Knights. And it's Devereaux. Devereaux, she'll shoot. It's blocked by Minogue. Speck will look to keep this one in, and she will. Good job there from Savannah, but it'll be whistled down. Truant will give Wall a bit of a shove, and it'll be a corner for the Knights. We're gonna get a substitution for Lakehead. Having a seat is Paige Galebrath. And coming into the game,
one of only 3 possible fielders from the bench.
Coming in for Orillia, number 7, Trisania Colon.
is Jusania Conlon, pardon me. Goal scorer Sienna Tormorino set to take this corner. Tormorino, her sister, almost had a look. Savannah will leave it for Molly. Tormorino looking for Varmar. She's got a chance shooting, and it's stopped by the keeper, Orozco, looking for that hat trick. As Varmar will jar that ball free. Tormorino shooting off the top of the fence and high. But a good look there for the 2024 West Division Rookie of the Year.
If you're Lakehead right now, I think your main objectives are A, stop the bleeding, B, get anything going offensively.
Niagara, pardon me, Lakehead down 3, not even at halftime. Their season high in goals came against Fleming with 3. They'd have to match that here today against a much, much better Niagara Knights team. But also against the Knights team at home,
Do it quickly.
which has been a tough place to play as this ball centered out for Orozco for the hat trick. Mariana Orozco with 3 goals in this first half. I don't think she can believe it.
At the beginning of last game, I would have not expected 5 combined goals over the course of the last game and change.
I'll have a look. It's Tessa Varmar with a beautiful, beautiful pass to Mariana Orozco, who, coming in to this game on Saturday, had 2 goals in 9 games. Since then, she's got 5 goals
In a game and a half.
against some lesser competition, but you've got 5 goals in not even a game and a half. As Varmar will shoot, and it's sent over for Welch.
Great to see for the Knights, because we were saying after maybe 2 games ago that getting some other players involved in the offensive production would be really important moving into the postseason. And boy, oh boy, they got a lot of players scoring goals now.
That's exactly what they've gotten. Sienna getting her 3rd goal of the season, including the regular season, of course. And Mariana getting a hat trick.
In the first half.
In the first half, that is, thank you. That's one thing that Mariana can say to Tessa in terms of goal scoring. Tessa doesn't have a first half hat trick.
Not yet.
Usually it's Orozco setting up Varmar. This time it's number 16 setting up number 21.
And another short Lakehead offensive sequence.
Cobles in this far corner, looking to center for Tor Moreno. It'll get out of play. The men's team
Coming in for Lakehead Orillia, number 3, Olivia LaBelle.
in Oshawa right now to take on the Durham Lords. That game beginning at 8 will have a substitution for Lakehead while having a seat, and coming in for the game for the Thunderwolves is Olivia LaBelle.
2/3 of the Thunderwolves bench now been used.
Niagara with 8 players available off their bench. Pardon me, 5, excluding keepers, as this one's shot and picked up by the keeper, Seddon.
I don't think I've seen anybody from the Knights bench even up. Yeah.
Well, someone's up for the Knights. It's Annalise Nickel.
Oh, there you go. Okay, my bad. Shouldn't have said that so soon.
As she'll have a seat for Hannah Truitt. Your first announcer's jinx. I'm surprised it's taken 10 games for that.
Yeah. Misfire there.
Or T.
Goebel's
Bit of contact
taken
there.
down off that collision. She'll be okay. As it's Devereaux to the left of the keeper sit-on. Devereaux over for Nickel coming in off the bench. And able to get a shot off. Goebels will shoot. Tor Moreno lurking. As the Knights will say they want a corner. We'll see if the officials give it to them. They won't. It'll be a goal kick for Lakehead. Winner of this game will take on Humber. And we talked about it before. Niagara losing to Humber in that wild playoff game here from Young's last season, as it's centered by Varmeyer. This one looking for Roscoe, trying to get 4 goals in this first half. Nickel gets taken down. There's no call as it's played there and taken away by Bogasat. East will pick it up. Savannah Speck blocking out her player.
Leo.
Nearing the end of the half.
Leo.
As Devereaux doing a good job of getting there, blocking the chance for Sousa. It'll be a corner, but you'd rather have a corner, or throw-in that is, than a Sousa head of steam. Devereaux gets taken down. Speck is there. Jar that ball loose. Toro Moreno.
One's coming for us.
To clear. We're really looking to hurry things up as we approach stoppage time.
This may well be the longest offensive sequence from Lakehead so far.
Very well could be, as it's played there. Maloney over for Toomey. Cobles looking for Varmeyer. It'll end up with Tor Moreno as Annalise Nickel looking to get into the action. She couldn't, and that's going to do it for the first half. An offensive explosion for this Knights team. A 4-spot for these Knights. A hat trick from Mariana Orozco. She had 4 goals, 2 goals coming in to Saturday. Had 4 goals coming into, 2 goals coming into Saturday, and she's got 5 goals in 90 minutes, or 120 minutes, I should say, for these Knights. It's been great to see, and also seeing Tor Moreno getting on the score sheet there. Orozco, 2 goals against Lambton in that 7-0 victory. Obviously, all the attention was for Tessa Varmeyer, but able to get on the board here. As we'll step aside for halftime. Niagara leading this one 4-0.
say the strength of the program is just its variety. Whether you're looking to go radio, television, or film, there's always something for everyone. And even inside those specific streams, there's anything you could possibly want. You could direct, you could do audio, you can tape cables down if that's what you like. There's always something for everyone.
This program not only prepared me with the vast skills of editing, television production, the foundations I really need, but I think it really provided me with a strong work ethic in order to complete programs, deadlines. You know, with live television specifically is one of those things where, you know, you don't have opportunities to take breaks. It's really that foundation to what the real world is like in the world of television.
The program does an amazing job of preparing us for real life. Hands-on cameras, hands-on like you're in a real radio station. Through 3 years, that's massive. And a lot of programs don't offer that, but the first day you're in NC, you're in the labs, you're on the radio, you're touching electronics, you're touching microphones, you're getting to know all the technology, and it's great. They really prepare you for that real life scenario, right? So as soon as you step out the door of NC, you can go work at a radio station, you can go work at a news station and know what to expect because you've been there before.
I love the facilities that we get to work in. I love that I get to, you know, sit in this radio lab and look at these boards and like be in the industry. Every day I come to school, I really feel immersed in my education.
I find the teachers here are very helpful. They do care about everything they do. They always try to push you in the right way to do better. And as long as you put some kind of effort into your work and show that you care, they will be behind you and support you to make sure you succeed.
I love my teachers. I think that they are like the driving force of this program. I think they care about each student so much.
I think one of the big things that I take away from the college is really about the staff, the instructors, the professors that work here. They really care about the students and their success. And I think that really resonated for me when I was here and also when I left here, which is one of the reasons why, you know, I like to come back and kind of give back to the students that are here now.
We've had a ton of different opportunities and great opportunities. For example, Canada Games. I had an opportunity to do some play-by-play for that for baseball and volleyball. So that was a pretty cool opportunity for me. As well as doing the college sports games, I do a lot of play-by-play for that. Volleyball, basketball. So that's a really good opportunity. Some of the opportunities that I've got being part of the program.
The 1-1. And that ball's ripped into right center field. That'll get down, and that's going to get past the right fielder and roll all the way to the wall. Rounding third base is McDonald. He'll score. It's a double. And BC, just like that, is within one.
Force a turnover. Here's Stewart. Euro step to the basket. Reverse. Count it. What a finish. And the foul. Stewart, another turnover on Sheridan. Mitchell, heat check. She got it. Oh my, Taryn Mitchell.
Do you hear it? That's the sound of innovation. Niagara College has once again placed #1 in Canada for research funding. We are driven to enhance the productivity and competitiveness of our local businesses. From developing innovative products to solving industry challenges, we work at making a difference in our community. Our faculty, staff, and student researchers turn vision into reality every single day. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply for more information.
We're back at Young Sportsplex for Orillia Thunderwolves taking on the Niagara Knights. Alex Vandenhack, MJ Graham, and an offensive explosion from this Knights team. And it wasn't the usual suspects. It wasn't Tessa Varmar. It was Orozco with a hat trick in the first half. And Sienna Tormoreno getting goal number 3 on her season.
Yeah, if you're Coach Lalama, I can only imagine your halftime notes would have been, just keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. As there's a look at our 2 goal scorers, Sienna Tormoreno with goal number 3 on her season. Orozco with 5, 6, and 7.
For Lakehead, during the pregame, I would say their team body language was pretty upbeat, laughing, having fun, getting ready for the game. Coming out of halftime, they did not look like the same team.
No, absolutely. They had the 2+ hour bus ride to Welland, and it's a cold night as we're just waiting to get underway. Currently 11 degrees, feeling like 9 degrees.
Frigid.
Frigid is absolutely right. We have some Knights family in the crowd. I saw former women's captain from last season, Mia Di Pasquale, in the crowd, and we had some of the members of the men's basketball team who start their season on Saturday, which was pretty cool.
Hopefully you guys will join us for those games.
And the Knights 45 minutes away from hosting a round 2 game against their rival Humber Hawks, and a game from last year was a heartbreaker. A year ago, nearly to the day. A much cooler night than what we have here today, somehow.
If you're Lakehead, one of your biggest goals is to just have one sustained offensive sequence.
This Niagara team so good defensively, the 2nd best defensive team in the Western Division Conference, with only 4 goals against. And you look on the flip side, the Eastern Conference, the fewest goals against is 5. So actually the 2nd best in terms of goals against in this conference. As it's sent over for Varmar. She looks to join the fun. Nichols shooting, it gets blocked.
Alex, you tell me, for the first half, I would say it's something like 95% of the time was spent in the Thunderwolves zone.
Maybe not quite 95, but
90.
Vast majority of time spent in in Lakehead territory. And going on to that potential rematch with Humber, Annalise, Rosie Nichols had 2 goals in that playoff game. She's no longer on that Humber team, so maybe that helps to not have to go against her again, who tormented you in the postseason last year. And the Knights were able to defeat Humber earlier on this year 3-0. I'd imagine that game is a lot closer than a 3-0 defeat.
Orozco going for goal number 4.
Sienna will take this corner. Here's Savannah, she'll shoot, and it's into the hands of AJ Seddon. Savannah Speck still looking for her first goal of the season. Ball over for Olivia LaBelle, taken away there from Tessa. Tessa with a laugh at what someone said in the crowd. And when you're up 4-0, you can be all smiles. Obviously still 40 minutes and change left to play. You've put yourself in a good position to take on your arch rival Humber Hawks in a quarterfinal match right here at home. It'll be quite the day for Knights athletics, as you've got our 2 basketball games going on at home, and if the men take care of business tonight in Durham, they'll be on the road against their opponent, but of course still have to play that game, which starts in just 50 minutes in Durham against the Lords. Good job from Annalise Nickel to get that ball, as the Knights looking for number 5 on the day. Orozco shoots, it gets blocked, and it'll get cleared and given away to Welch.
As great as the Knights have been offensively, they've equally been great defensively, contesting basically every single time Laurentians tried to make it down the field.
Sarah Hayes has had an easy day so far. Former All-Star. Alany looking to get something going here for these Thunderwolves. And just like that, it's the Knights able to take away that ball. Bogasat looking for Nichols. It's given away for Toomey. But the Knights able to recover here as Orozco will look for number 4 on the day. Orozco will shoot. And it's stopped by the keeper, Seddon. As Truitt nearly able to get to that ball. It's Walsh for Orozco.
Fans a little bit eager to get the goal music going.
Let's party!
I don't mean to name names, but I'd bet that Sierra Workington has her fingertips
hovering
on that music and sound effects that we just heard from the sidelines. Sierra not in the lineup here today. Has a chance here for Tessa the other way, but it'll be whistled for offside. Tessa not even attempting to go after that ball. She knew it was going to be offside.
Thunderwolves struggling to get anything going offensively.
I think one of the takeaways that this Thunderwolves team can take is they've pretty much taken Tessa Varmeyer out of this game. Granted, Orozco's had the game of her life, but you take away the second leading scorer in the whole OCAA and obviously the leader out west.
Knights looking to build on an already quasi-insurmountable lead.
Orozco will give that a boot, but it's offside. It'll make its way over for LaBelle and give him back for Zaplaki. You can hear head coach Brody Brown trying to rile up his troops as they're down by 4 goals with almost 60 minutes gone by. Niagara just happy to let this clock hit the 90-minute mark as Gobles was looking for Tessa. Savannah with a great play to get that ball for Annalise Nickel. Savannah been so solid this whole season. As Toro Moreno will shoot this one wide. You'd have to think that Savannah Speck could be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year in the Western Division. She's been so good for this Knights team all year long. Certainly has not looked like a rookie.
No, not at all.
If she were to get it, that would mean back-to-back Rookie of the Years for the Knights. Sienna Toro Moreno, the Rookie of the Year for the Knights, and also Rookie of the Year for the Knights themselves out of our 3 teams. It's Toro Moreno trying to get there. It'll get passed over for LaBelle. Sienna can't get up to that ball. Toomey will pick it up. And it's Sousa to the races. Sousa unable to get anything going. 2 white jerseys on her, and she'll just have to send it out of play. And it'll be a goal kick for Sarah Haste.
Thunderwolves have somewhat stopped the offense, for now at least, of the Knights.
MJ, remember when we were talking about how the Knights have struggled to score here at home?
Yes.
And it's been 11 goals in a game and a half since then. As Tessa looks to make it 12. And number 15 on her season, here comes Varmeyer. She'll stop up, and she'll shoot, looking for that far post. It'll go wide of the keeper, Seddon, but her best look of the day.
Yeah, and coming back to your earlier point, we often say that you want to save your goals for the right times. And that there was that stretch in the middle of the season where they really struggled to put anything on the board at home, but not the last 2 games.
As Truant was looking for Tessa Varmeyer, scored the only goal for the Knights in that 2-1 loss against Humber in the postseason last year. In that 56th minute, and then for Humber, it was Rosie Nichols who recorded a pair of goals. One in the 120th minute, as the Knights, they can take care of business, look to avenge their rivals, as Orozco will shoot that one wide. So close.
Good luck.
For her 4th goal of the day.
Scope was a bit off.
Sienna will take this corner kick. The keeper set in, giving instructions for her troops. Toro Moreno. Goebbels will shoot that one, gets blocked and cleared there by Welch. Speck keeping this one alive. Officials will say it's offside, hence why Toro Moreno didn't touch up on that ball. Would have been a whistle anyways. Toro Moreno trying to bring that ball, Varmeyer trying to bring that ball as far back as she can. A little bit of gamesmanship as Tessa and Soplaki will have a laugh about that.
Shades of LeBron Owusu from the men's team.
I was just going to say that.
Got a Thunderwolf down.
Looks to be okay. That's Julia Cole DiPietro. Michaela Burke coming into the game for Sienna Toro Moreno. We saw Michaela get some action last game against Lambton.
She had a few good offensive setups last game.
Is that shot from long range stopped by Sarah Haste. Nickel looking for Michaela Burke on that far side. Unable to complete that pass. Michaela Burke, 5'9", from Fenwick, Ontario. Heritage Christian High School from Lincoln. In Lincoln, I should say. Here comes Truant. For Orozco, who's going to shoot here, and in a routine stop for Seddon, trying to get her 4th goal of the game. Mariana, 5'6", Thorold, Ontario, first year. So another one of these first-year players for the Knights, really making a difference. And that's been part of this Niagara success this season, is their first-year players have been so good. And obviously the leap from Tessa Varmeyer, making that transition from the wing to striker with 14 times the amount of goals that she had last season, also dealing with injuries as it's given away for Truant. Walsh will lose the ball, getting a little bit too fancy, and it's picked up by Cola DiPietro. But to my point about the first years being so good for this team, you've had Sarah Haste, Devereaux, Orkington, who missed some time. Goebbels and Varmeyer, who were really, and Tormorena, who are returning players. A lot of them are second years. And it's been a bunch of this first year core that has been so good. And second year players taking leaps. The only players with more than 2 years experience on this Knights team, Hannah Truant with 3 years, Serena Tormorena with 5, and Anisha Goebbels with 3. As Tessa Varmeyer will get this ball here over for Orozco. She'll shoot off the top of the crossbar, inches away.
That was barely off the top of the crossbar.
From her 4th goal of the day. Would have matched her regular season total.
If I recall last game, one of her goals was from downtown.
Believe so. As Olivia Wall for Lakehead will come into the game. Interesting, we talked about how shallow Lakehead's bench is, but Niagara, with more players available on the bench, like Michaela Burke, feet away from scoring the 5th goal of the game, but it's been Lakehead who's been more active with their bench here so far.
Yeah.
As we hit the 67th minute, it'll be Sarah Walsh to take the corner. Michaela Burke had a look at it for a second. It'll go out of play. As the pressure continues from this Knight squad, as they're 22 minutes away from being back here at Young's on Saturday to take on the Humber Hawks. The men's team looking to pick up a postseason victory against the Durham Lords later on at 8 o'clock on the road. As it's centered, Truant had a chance.
If memory serves, I don't think Niagara, the women's team, has scored a header at home this season. Trying to think.
If you're looking to watch that men's match, you can find it at ocaa.com/live. They'll take on the Durham Lords. But still 20 minutes left to go in this second half. Walsh there doing a beautiful job to pick off that pass. Here comes Sarah Walsh. Farmer thought about it, but trying to find Truant. Farmeyer and Truant having a chuckle about it. Those two are part of that team last season.
Knights trying to make it 5-0.
And a chance here for Devereaux. She'll shoot. Beautiful stop from AJ Seddon.
Devereaux with a quick turnaround.
Devereaux looking for goal number 3 in her last 2 games as her and Savannah have a chat. Savannah Speck with a good ball to keep that play alive.
Ref having some words with the Thunder Wolves.
I just came back from Lisbon yesterday. Okay, hold on. Wait for me. Give me thumbs up when you're ready, okay?
Seddon gives the thumbs up to the official. It'll be Anisha to take the corner. It's given away for Truant in the box. Orozco over for Varmar. She'll shoot. Nice shot from Tessa, but an even better stop from Seddon, who Tessa looking for goal number 15 on her season.
That ball curled a little bit too much left.
Nice job from Sloplucky to intercept that pass intended for Varmeyer. Savannah Speck will go for a run. Orozco losing that ball. Toomey is that shot wide with 72.5 gone by here so far.
Knights looking to end the second team in a row season. Got some nice bench up and active.
Knights bench looking to stay warm on this chilly Wednesday night. Goebbels will shoot. Bobbling it there was Seddon, but able to cover up. As Truant is in pursuit.
Coach Lalama has been pretty consistent in not emptying his bench at the end of games. See if that continues for this.
Knights, barring a comeback for the ages, will be back in action here on Saturday. So back to the drawing board for Coach Lalama and his group as they'll prepare for the Hawks to make their way down to Young's. Michaela Burke looked to center, but it'll be out of play. Varmar will get the centered ball. Faked her shot. Nice moves from Tessa. Didn't have anybody open, and she'll give it back for Sarah Walsh. And it's picked off there by Cola DiPietro, who's had a couple of good moments here today. Been a bright spot for this Orillia team despite the score. Has some substitutions awaiting for the Knights.
Some strong words from the Knights.
Walsh and LaBelle certainly not the best of friends. As Varmar calling for it from Molly Devereaux. As here comes Molly. Mariana, Molly, and Tessa looks like are going to have a seat. In all likelihood for the day, Kylie Pringle, Josie Severin, and Alina Buchanan will come into the game. The Knights emptying their bench. With 13 minutes left to go, the Knights can taste a quarterfinals appearance.
Breast now visible on the field.
A well-deserved rest for those three. Devereaux, solid as always. Obviously, Orozco with the hat trick, and Tessa Varmeyer, who had a couple moments here today, electing to go to his bench, is Coach Lalama, one of the best in the business. Goebbels will shoot, and it's picked up by Seddon. Seddon been tested early on so far, as there's a look at Anisha Goebbels, the third year from Aurora, Ontario. Here comes Michaela Burke. He'll be out of play. Nobles will center. Walsh in pursuit, and it's cleared out by Milani. It'll be a throw-in for Sarah Walsh. Look there at your screen at Josie Severin. Missed a couple games with some injuries, and you can see just in the back of your screen, number 3, she's got that leg brace on. Good to see her back in the lineup. She wasn't active against Mohawk and didn't play against Lambton.
A certain somebody, possibly asleep at the wheel of the speaker in the stands.
I won't name names, but I think a number 9 on the Niagara Knights maybe have some responsibility to it. Sierra Orkinson dealing with an injury right now, hasn't played in the last little bit.
I suspected when this game is over, that speaker will be fired up almost instantaneously.
Here's Annalise. Knights content to let this clock hit that 90-minute mark, 8 minutes away from taking on the Humber Hawks. Sarah Hayes making the play, hasn't been busy whatsoever.
Been a quiet night for her.
LaBelle and Walsh barking yet again. Truant looking for Severin.
Got a Thunderwolf on the ground.
Michaela Burke will shoot. And a little bit of trouble for AJ Seddon. Hannah Zaplaki in a little bit of pain. I'm a little surprised to not see her taken off the field given the score of this game.
Admirable that she's staying in, but yeah, she should perhaps retire to the bench.
Here's Truant. Truant will center, and a look there for Alina Buchanan. Truant will center, and it looked like it was Michaela Burke hitting the post. Wanting to put a 5 spot on the board. Nickel will shoot to the right of Seddon. Niagara getting some good chances.
You like to see the Knights finishing the game strong.
Josie Severin and Michaela Burke both looking for their first goals of the season. Had the chance just a moment ago by that far post.
Some good looks down the stretch for the Knights in terms of getting that fifth goal.
Well, lucky enough for the Knights, they've built enough of a cushion to where that doesn't really matter. You're up by 4. As Truant will look for Buchanan. And it'll trickle out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Truant.
Thunderwolf season nearing its conclusion.
Here's the co-captain, Toomey. As Sarah Walsh will give it back for her keeper, Sarah Haste. Goebels looking for Michaela Burke on that far side. Michaela Burke will center as it's batted down by the keeper, Sidon.
Nice, just out of position on that one.
As Walsh will take a shot. And Sidon with the stop with 2 minutes and change left to go in this game. The Knights will take on the Humber Hawks on Saturday. We'll have to see what time that game is at. So we've got the basketball games going on that day. Women's basketball starts at noon, men's basketball at 2 at the Simply Financial Athletic Center. And we'll wait to see what time our soccer game gets going. Hopefully they'll play after the basketball game so we can watch all 3. As Buchanan had a chance. We've seen on weekends start times for the Knights at both 12 and 1 o'clock. For soccer, and tonight the women starting at 6 o'clock as their usual time. As a shot On to Sarah Haste with 40 seconds left in the second half.
Hayes solid with what little she's been asked to do to this evening.
I think, not to take anything away from Sarah Hayes, but how good this defense has been. You put Isabella Broussard in net, I think you get the same result as well.
Solid effort all around.
A two-headed monster in net for these Knights. Whoever's gonna start in goal for you, you're gonna get a chance to win. As we're into stoppage time now. We'll see how much time the officials add on. As Truant will take her time to throw this in. That'll be Sarah Walsh. It'll be the end of the Thunderwolves season. They made the trip to well, and they were the 7th seed out west. Offensively struggled all year. Defensively were pretty good, as they allowed the 4th fewest goals in their conference, the East, which is a high-scoring conference, and that's going to do it. The Knights advance to take on the Humber Hawks this Saturday. And a great effort all around, players 1 through 11. Tessa Varmeyer held off the score sheet here today, but yet you still win, picking up the 4-0 victory. And Coach Lama able to use his bench. Sarah Haste picking up the shutout in the postseason, her first career playoff victory. Mariana Orozco with the hat trick. Sienna Tormorino.
Great way to finish the game for the Knights.
Sienna Tormorino getting a goal for the Knights. As a successful home playoff game for these Knights. A lot better than what they had last season, as both teams will exchange handshakes. And we talked about for Orillia, if you could take Tessa Varmeyer out of the game, you had a chance. Well, they took her out of the game, and they lost by 4. Because we've seen at times Niagara struggle against some teams that are solid defensively, and they played against a good defensive team, and they weren't able to keep it close.
2 games in a row where you got a lot of offensive production from a lot of different Knights, which is ideal moving forward in the playoffs.
The offense then carried by Tessa Varmeyer, but now Mariana Orozco with the hat trick here today. As the team will head down to their bench. The Knights will take on Humber this Saturday. Time TBD, of course, will be right here at Young Sportsplex. My name is Alex Van Hack. Joining alongside me, my partner, MJ Graham. Knights win 4-0. We'll see you back here on Saturday.